Okay, now I will show you the generic CRUD library, okay, that is created by me. And then this library is being used, okay, on my own website, wasidin.com. So now I will show you the location, okay, inside of this Laravel PHP framework. Okay, so this library is inside of this application folder, and then this HTTP folder, controllers folder, okay, and then this CMS is stand as content management system. Okay, so inside of this folder I have created the folder named as generic CRUD. Okay, so all the library files, okay, is inside of this folder. Next, we will open the generic CRUD.php file. Okay, so I already opened this file. Okay, so in this file, okay, we have spread a few tests. Okay, so the first is we try to generate the migration file, and then the root file, the views file, the controller file, and then the model file, and then the last test is we try to generate the browser test file. Next, okay, we try to create the table fields. Okay, so below of this generic CRUD folder, okay, I have created a folder with the name as table fields. Okay, so inside of this folder we will create all the configuration and then the setting, okay, or the data that we need to use, okay, inside of this generic CRUD library. So this is all the data. Okay, so the table fields, okay, and then the relationship of the model, okay, and then if we try to modify the controller, okay, so we also can modify from this client.php file. Okay, so the next step, okay, we try to run the generic CRUD library on the browser. So the first one, we try to generate the migration file. Okay, so I will try to open again this generic CRUD.php file. Okay, so now I will try to comment all these tests, okay, or all the code. Okay, and then we just run only the code, okay, for generate the migration. So the file that related for doing this test, okay, is this generate migration.php file. Now I will try to scroll, okay, into the below. So on this database folder, okay, and then on this migration folder, when we try to create the migration file, we will put or place the file inside of this migration folder. Generally, okay, we always manually create this migration file. Okay, but when we are using this library, okay, it will generate automatically, okay, the file on this migration folder. Okay, so now we will try to run, okay, the generic CRUD library, okay, by using this URL. Okay, generic CRUD, okay, and then this client is our table fields, okay, data, or just a name that the same as our table fields. Okay, after we are running this library, now it show the message, okay, for running the migration Laravel features. Okay, so so now after we are run the generic CRUD library on this migration folder, we already create the migration file. Okay, so this migration file is created by the generic CRUD library. Okay, now we try to use this PHP artisan migrate Laravel features, okay, to create the table, okay, on our database. Okay, so I will copy all these command lines, okay, and then we will pass or run this command, okay, on our project folder. Okay, okay, now the client table, okay, already created, okay, on our database. So I will try to refresh. Okay, you can see that this client's table is created, okay, by our migration file. So the next task, okay, we try to generate the root file, okay, by running this generate root, okay, file.php, okay, or generate root.php file. Okay, so now I will go to the browser. Okay, again, and then we try to refresh. Okay, now please add this client root, okay, on our web.php. So I will go to our this rows folder, okay, and then I will try to click on this web.php, and then we try to open this client root.php. Okay, so this is the root, okay, that we need to add, okay, on our this web.php. So I already add this root, okay. Okay, so the next test now. So I will try to close this all. Okay. Next, we try to generate the fuse files, okay. So I will try to uncomment, okay, this code, okay, for generating the fuse files, okay. So the PHP file that related with this generates fuse command, okay, is this generates fuse.php file. Okay, now we will go to the browser, okay. I will try to refresh, okay, and then we will see on this resources, okay. So inside of this resources folder, okay, on this fuse folder, and then this CMS folder, and then this pages folder, now the client fuse files already created. So I will try to delete, okay, and then we try to refresh again. Okay, now the client folder already created, okay. So inside of this client folder, we have this detail bit few files, okay, and then this form, and then this list grid, okay. So all these fuse files, okay, is generated by this CRUD library. Next, we try to generate the controller file. So I will try to uncomment this generate controller code, okay, and then when we see on this our CMS folder, okay, so I will close this one, okay. So the file that related with generate this controller is this generate controller.php file, okay. Now I will try to delete this client controller, okay, and then we try to refresh. Okay, now the client controller already created again, so I will try to open, okay. So all this controller, okay, is generated, okay, by our this generate CRUD library. Next, we try to generate the model file, okay. So I will try to uncomment, okay, and then so the PHP file that related with this generate model code, okay, is this generate model.php file. So I will try to close all this HTTP folder. So now our model file, okay, is inside on our this application folder. So this is all our model file. So I will try to delete this model file, okay, and then we try to go to the browser and then refresh. You can go again, okay. So our client.php model already created, so I will try to open. So this is our client.model.php file. Next, okay, we try to generate our browser test file, okay, or automation testing file. So I will try to uncomment this last code, okay, for generating our browser test file, okay. So the file that related, okay, with generating our browser test file is this generate browser test.php file. So I will close this one, okay, application, okay, and then we will scroll into the test folder. So the file that will be generated will be placed on our this test admin folder. Okay, now I will go to the browser and then we try to refresh. Okay, now the test file already created on this test folder, browser folder, test admin folder, and then the file name is client test.php file. Okay, now the test file already created, okay. So all this, the long test file, okay, is created by our this generate CRUD library. Okay, now I will go to the browser, okay, and I will try to copy all this terminal command, okay, and then we will pass, okay, into the project folder, and then we will running the test, okay, enter. Okay, now the test is running successfully, okay. We have 2 tests on here, okay, and then 30 assertions, okay. So if I go to see our client test file, okay, so we have 2 tests on here. Okay, so the first is test success, okay, and then the second one we will test fail, okay. So if we want to test the file, okay, and then we can see the whole process, we can try to disable. Okay, so now the disable opening Chrome browser, I will comment, okay, So we will run again the test, okay, by opening the Google Chrome browser. Okay, now we will run the second same test, okay, but this time, okay, we will open the Google Chrome browser, okay, to see the whole process of test. Okay, so I will just close it, okay, because the test is the same, okay. Okay, now we will do the testing CRUD manually, okay. Just now we are using the automation testing with the browser test, okay. So in here we try to use the testing manually, okay, for insert the data into the clients table, this one. Okay, now I will try to log in into the content management system. Okay, so we will click on this clients menu, okay, and then I will add the client, okay, and then the name, website, and then the email. Okay, so this all is the dummy data, okay, and then we can choose the admin, birthday, choose the sex, male, okay, and then I will, okay, we need to input the photo actually, so, and then the password 12345, submit. Okay, the client is inserted, so I will click on this clients table, okay, and then we try to back again, and then I will try to update, okay, to website 1, and then the password 123456, okay, and then the image, okay, then I will try to submit. Okay, the name may only contain letter and space, okay, so I still using the child, okay, and then 23456, okay, and then the image, okay, now we try to update. The client is updated, so I will click on here. Okay, the password is 123456, okay, and then when I click on this clients, we can see the detail of the clients, okay, and then we can delete the whole client's data. Okay, now the client's deleted. So all these fuse files, okay, is generated, okay, by our this code, okay, or this part of our generate CRUD library, generate fuse, okay. Okay, now we already finished do all the CRUD process by using our generate CRUD library to generate all the tests, okay, that maybe when we do it all manually, it may take hours, okay, for creating all the controller, the migration file, okay, the root, okay, and then the model, and then the fuse file, okay, and then the browser test. So it will spend about hours to create all those things, but by using this generate CRUD library, maybe we need only 5 minutes, okay, to click to input all the setting, configuration, and all the data, okay, required, okay. Then 5 minutes we can create all the files, okay, for using on this client CRUD process. Okay guys, thank you for watching. If you have any question, just send me a message on the QA section on the video below.